I am Grace. So grateful that you're here this morning. This morning is a Friday flow with Samadhi meditation. So we'll do about an hour flow and then we'll do a half hour Samadhi. And the invitation with Samadhi is if you like to bask in that state, if you have the time and the freedom, please bask in your Samadhi as long as you want. I will guide people back who want to come back. However, the invitation is to always, if you're home and you have that space and time, to bask. I've been doing Samadhi for majority of my life. When I say that, I was doing Samadhis naturally as a child. I didn't know what they were. I called them my freezes. And then when I started to go into yoga in my early 20s, I started to have spontaneous Samadhis. And I would be in the yoga room through a couple yoga classes, and I'd hear people come in, I'd hear people go out, I'd hear people talk about me, and I'd always put myself in the very corner of the room in the back just in case a spontaneous Samadhi arose, because they're so beautiful and they're so wonderful. And started doing them at home, and sometimes would bask in those Samadhi for 3-4 hours. And so I invite you, if that is what calls to you, to bask in your Samadhi as long as you can, if you have the freedom to do that. That's a beautiful thing. And take another couple sips of my hot lemon water. It's so good. I didn't drink it all this morning, so I gotta have a couple more sips. So I'll put it up here. I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and dive in. And as we go through this asana practice, as we go through this flow, we're going to have the intention to bring ourselves inward and stay really deeply connected to that inner being, that inner infinite Atman, this inner guru within us, this inner aliveness, this part of us that is directly connected to the source of our being, the creator source of all that is, Brahman. So we connect deeply to our Atman, which is within us, our higher self, whatever name, God of our understanding we want to call this Brahman principle. And yoga is universal, accepting of all ways and all paths to the divine, unifying with all aspects of our being and the divine creator within us. And taking this moment to simply breathe into the belly, breathe into that belly, practicing the belly breathing. And I want to remind you to continue your eye gazing exercises. You are by a mirror, anytime by a mirror, just glance into your own eyes. And just a moment and just say, I love you, I love you, I love you. Send yourself love, beginning to bring love into your own self, into that inner being, loving the self. This is the pathway to loving the God of our understanding. We have to love ourselves first before we can have that wide open, unstoppable love for the God of our understanding. Love of the inner self, loving and accepting ourselves exactly as we are not, just as we want others to love us, just as our divine source truly does love us. So breathing into that belly, triggering that relaxation response within us, calming that nervous system, knowing we are safe on this planet, we're safe in this body, feeling the earth below, supporting our body. Connecting to the earth with love and appreciation as our mother, our physical mother. Every element in our body was once in the earth. She provides our clothing, our cars, our homes, our food, the air we breathe, and the trees she grows. And taking a moment to really check in, scanning the body. You can scan from the crown down to the tail. You can scan from the heart and go outward. Just rest in that heart and just see how you're doing this morning. And no judgment. We're not changing anything. We're just noticing without judgment. The neutral observer. That is how we attain to walk through life and to treat ourselves and others as the neutral observer. Just noticing where we're at right now. Where's the physical body at? And diving in a little deeper and noticing the sensations. Where's the prana body at? Noticing the vibrations, energy flowing, the heart pulsing, that pulsation, the aliveness, the prana, pratyahara. And going even a little deeper inward into the manamaya kosha, mental and emotional body. Diving into those emotions, judging none of them. Avoiding the temptation to title or label or describe the emotions. That's limiting. We want to go in and feel the kaleidoscope of all that is going on without description, just feeling. Feel what it's like to be you right now, without any judgment, deep inside you. Bring that all loving awareness inward and simply feel that manamaya kosha, emotional body. And taking this moment now to set an intention for yourself, something you'd love to create for your life. Not being attached, so we'll just finish it off with this or better. Finding something that you would love, knowing that it may or may not be in your highest good, but this or better. And plant that seed, that intention into your consciousness as you are asking deep inside your consciousness. So you're planting it in fertile soil. And let's begin breathing into that 3-part yogic breath, inhaling into the belly, the ribs, and the chest. And exhale, we're just going to let it go. It's always the most fun. So we're in Friday flow. Inhaling into the belly, the ribs, and the chest. And pause gently at the top and then just let it go. One more 3-part yogic breath. Belly, ribs, and chest. Pausing at the top and then letting it go. We're going to do our Nadi Shodhana at the end of practice. So I invite you to gently open your eyes, warm up a little in the body. Let's do some gentle neck rolls, nice and slowly. Remembering if you get to that feel so good spot, massage it a little bit. Honor your body, your own pace, bringing all your attention awareness into sensation. And you can gently engage those bandhas if you like. We're going to be engaging the bandhas throughout the practice. The Mula Bandha, there's 3 bandhas. We're going to be engaging most of them all the time, which is the Mala Bandha when you engage them all. The Mula Bandha is the pelvic floor. The keels you engage perineum. So you're going to engage that by just gently lifting it up. Uddiyana Bandha, you bring the belly in and up slightly. Charandala Bandha, the chin comes in slightly and the tongue is on the roof of the mouth. I just leave my tongue on the roof of the mouth throughout the entire practice. And then as we breathe and bring prana into the body, we seal that prana and that energy and that life force by engaging these seals. They're called energy seals or energy locks. SEALS. like sealing up the energy locks so that nothing leaks out. So we're building the prana in the body and we're containing it through holding the bandhas. Let's go the other way on the neck. Nice and slow and mindful, noticing sensation and massaging any spots that feel good to massage. Keeping the breath flowing. We're going to keep the breath flowing throughout the practice. Nice, deep, long, flowing breaths, a little longer than your natural breathing flow. And coming to center, beautiful job. And let's move into our circling around the pelvis, pelvic lines, just nice and slowly again, and noticing sensation. If you get to a spot that feels good, stay in there a moment and massaging it. Enjoying the sensation. Staying connected to that inner being, through the heart. Keeping the breath flowing. God is gently engaged. And go in the other direction now. You know, the Ujjayi breath, you can engage in that at any time through the practice. That will be in your next week's portal. You can always go look it up in the directory. And coming to center. And let's come up to a standing position. Take another little sip. Rising. So good. So coming up to a standing position, we're going to, let's just shake out the legs, the arms, waking up the body, little twists. Remember, always come up onto those toes, allow the spine to twist a little bit more, protecting that lower back as you twist. Just feels good. Let's move into our 3-part breath. It's a nice way to start. Really wakes up the body before we move into we're going to do a little flow in our sun salutation. So we're going to inhale the arms up in front of us, inhale the arms out to the side, and then inhale them up above our head, and then exhale, bending the knees, and then continue. So let's breathe together. Inhale. Exhale. And exhaling down. And let us nice and slowly, like a rag doll, nice and slowly coming up. And as you come up, feel the low back, the spine, whole back, just coming up, noticing sensation, and letting your head be the last to come up. It feels so good coming up slow and ragdoll. So we're going to come to the front of the mat. We're going to move into a sun salutation variation with a little flow. You're used to this, so this is great. So let's stand in our mountain. Let's feel those feet hip width apart, firmly in the mat. And let's go through our loops for a moment. Just feeling the toes lift as you feel the ankle loop, the arch of the feet lift. Feel that arch lift. Consciously lift it up off the mat a little. And then engage the calf muscles in our shin loop. The knees might bend a little tiny. And then we're going to go into thigh loops. So the knees come back to neutral as you feel a lift of the knees. And you engage these quadriceps. Energy comes up. And then you're going to relax the buttocks. Comes down. And then let's bring the pelvis neutral. You might want to tuck the tailbone under a little. That's what I always need to do. And then we'll feel the belly come in and up. Feel a lift of the front and the back ribs. And then the energy and shoulder loop is going to come up to between our lips. So it brings that chin parallel. And it goes back, so those shoulders go back. And then it goes down the back, so they're going to drop away from the ears. And then feel the head, final loop, skull loop, as you feel a string lifting your head up to the heavens. And this is nice to practice as often as possible because this brings our body into that perfect alignment and posture. So as we move through our life and our days, we don't allow gravity to pull us down. We stay nice and aligned. Gravity has no chance with us in practicing our loops here. Thank you, John Friend, for loops. And let's bring those arms up into our extended mountain. You can bring the hands back and move, arch the back a little, move into a little gentle back bend. And then we'll come forward to neutral. Let's stick the tailbone out and we're going to hinge the hips, those angel wings. And you can bring the hands to the hips. And we're going to hinge down. The last to come down is going to be the head. Coming down to forward fold. And then bring the hands beside the feet. I like to have my thumbs next to my little toes if I can. Or you might come down to a block here. That works just as good. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. If you don't have a block. Down into the forward fold. And taking a breath here. No rush, no hurry. You can't be present and in a hurry. So we are not going to be in any hurry with yoga. So we're going to inhale coming up, half forward fold. And extend that spine away. The head is reaching out away from the body in this. It lengthens and creates some space between those vertebrae. And then exhaling back down into your forward fold. I invite you here to just move that head a little bit, maybe yes or no. Always honoring your body. Remembering as we move through this practice, anytime you need to come out of a pose sooner, you're always welcome to do so. Go into a relaxation pose or standing or seated pose, whatever you need. And then let's bring those hands firmly onto the mat, and let's take that right leg back behind us and drop that knee. We're going to move into our lunge rock flow. So we're going to allow this to be a nice flow. We're going to lunge forward. This is a nice hip opener. You can move back and forth a little as you stretch that psoas and open up those hips on this right side. And then we're going to lunge back and feel a nice stretch on the hamstring and the calves, the gastrocnemius muscle on our back of our left leg. And I love to take the foot and flex and extend that foot a little bit just to create some new sensations. Bringing your awareness into the sensations you're feeling. Bringing your awareness into the body and sensations helps us to embody this sacred temple, the sacred body temple. We're going to keep the breath flowing, and we're going to flow back and forth at your own pace and your own rhythm, honoring your body. If you need to put something under that back knee, a little towel or a blanket, you can do that. Simply honoring your flow, your body. You may want to be a little longer in one of your flows in another. Keeping the breath flowing, the bandhas gently engaged, and dive deep into your sensation and your flow. Basking in sensations, enjoying being fully present in your body. This is your opportunity to be really present in your body. We want you to feel really good in your body. Doesn't matter what size your body is. Doesn't matter what shape your body's in. This is your body temple. This is where divine awareness flows through and animates through. This is the most sacred temple on the planet, your body temple. And coming back to center, we're going to bring that left foot back. We're going to move into a little cat-cow flow. So inhaling into our cow as you stick the tailbone out and lift the head, arching the back. And then our cat, we tuck the tailbone under and round that back, looking in towards the thighs and the belly. And flowing back and forth in your cat-cow at your own pace, your own rhythm. Noticing sensations, keeping the breath flowing. Bodies are gently engaged. Adding some spontaneous movements, maybe some circles of the hips when you're in your cat. Making sure to go both directions. Maybe when you're in your cow, you can wag your tail. Honoring the body, moving back and forth with any spontaneous movements. You feel good. Keeping your focus on the beautiful sensations within your body. Breath is flowing, bodies are slightly and gently engaged. And gently coming back into a child's pose for a moment. Let's take a couple breaths in child's pose. You can open those knees and let yourself just sink deeply in, bringing the head down to the floor. The arms can be stretched in front or alongside you. Dive in and feel that inner heart, that Manamaya Kosha, those emotional body, just basking in your deeper self. And bring those hands extended out in front of you, coming up, and we're going to move into an up dog. So bringing the body and hips forward and moving up into an up dog. This up dog, we're going to allow the thighs to gently rest on the mat. Arms are nice and straight with a micro bend in the elbows. We're facing just forward. Shoulders are in line with the wrists. And then flowing back into your child's pose, keeping the arms exactly where they are, the hands don't need to move, and we're just going to flow back and forth from child's pose to up dog. But we're not going to be moving the hands or the knees. We're just moving those hips forward and back. Head's going to be coming up in our up dog, and it's going to be resting down on the mat in child's pose. And find your pace. Find your rhythm. Keep the breath flowing. Bandhas gently engaged. And enjoy this flexion and extension of the spine in this up dog child's pose flow. And one more time, finishing up one wherever you're at and coming back up into your table. And you can adjust your pose a little bit so the wrists are right under the shoulders, the knees are right under the hips, and we're going to curl those toes under, and we're going to move into our down dog. And getting into our down dog, let's move into a little walking the dog, dropping one heel down to the mat, opposite knee bends in. And just moving into this flow with the breath, bandha slightly engaged, noticing sensation, honoring your rhythm this morning, your body. And coming back to center. And stick that tailbone way up towards the sky, heels coming down to the mat, thighs back. Exhaling completely in your down dog. Head is resting between thighs. Bandha slightly engaged. And exhaling completely. On our next inhale, let's swivel forward and move into our up dog. You can adjust those feet a little bit. I always need to bring them back a little. And see if you can do this with the thighs up off the mat. And then going right back into your down dog on the exhale and moving into a flow. Exhaling into your down dog. And inhaling into your up dog. Allowing those feet to slide back a little in your up dog. Finding your rhythm, your pace, honoring your body. Do it a couple more times. And ending in your up dog. Final pose being in your up dog. And we are going to swivel the head and look towards your hands, and we're going to walk that right leg between the hands, dropping the left knee down onto the mat. And we're going to move into our lunge rocks on this side. So lunging forward as you open that left hip. Allow that left psoas to stretch, making some micro movements. Noticing the sensation, being really present with your body. There's no rush. We have this 1 hour practice. We're already more than halfway through. And we're going to be here now on the mat with our bodies, with our inner guru. Deeply connected to our hearts, deeply connected to the sensation. And then lunging back as we feel a nice stretch on those back muscles in the right leg. If you'd like to flex and extend the foot, bring in even a little more sensation. Bring in your awareness to the sensations you're feeling in your body. As you become more and more embodied in this sacred body temple. Keeping the breath flowing, those bandhas engaged gently, and find your own rhythm as you flow back and forth in these lunge rocks. Fully engaged in yourself and sensation. If thought arises, just bring yourself back to sensation in the body. You'll be thinking all day. This is your time to be fully present to the body temple. To bring your focus to the breath, engagement of the bandhas, and all the beautiful sensations, all those feel-good sensations. Bringing these legs to life, this body to life by your awareness and your attention. And coming to center, we're going to curl those back toes under. Going to lift that back leg up and walk or step that back leg to the front into forward fold and exhaling into beautiful forward fold, letting everything go. Releasing, relaxing the head and the neck. Inhaling into half forward fold, extending that spine away from the body. And exhaling down, full forward fold. And on your next inhale, either bring the hands to the hips, or wide angel wings as you hinge up. In the head and the heart first, going into beautiful back bend, and then coming to center in your mountain and bring the hands in front of the heart. And Anjali Mudra, right in front of the heart. We take a moment to enter into a short Samadhi, feeling the feet deeply rooted into the earth, feeling the body, the physical body, taking a nice deep breath into the belly. Diving into the heart and the emotional body, the Manomaya Kosha, feeling those emotions, that deeper self, basking in that nectar. Basking in Pratyahara, inner sensations. We move into Dhyarana, one point of focus. Find a mantra or the breath, or just root your consciousness into the heart. Stay focused on this mantra, this one single point of focus, whether it's the breath into your belly, rooting your attention into your heart, or repeating a mantra, or all three. I have a particularly busy mind at times, so I've always used a couple anchors. Single point. Stay focused on your single point of awareness. And letting that go, and let yourself move into Dhyarana and naturally flow into Samadhi. Allowing yourself to expand into the entire universe, knowing you are everything. Diving into everything, nothing. Being everywhere, yet no one place in particular. Allowing the mind to enter into silent stillness. Pure conscious awareness. And gently and kindly coming back. And we're going to open up into a nice wide stance. I'm going to go through a little bit of warrior flow. I'm just going to do the, actually going to do our star and our goddess flow. So we're going to move from star to goddess, then we're going to move down to the floor with our standing yoga mudra. So with our star, we're going to have the arms out to the side, both feet pressing into the mat. So 5 lines of energy. It's all coming from the solar plexus, down both legs, down the feet, and it continues. That line of energy continues through the earth. So you're going to feel your feet pressing into the earth. Both arms out, 5 lines of energy. That's why they call it a 5-pointed star. Both arms reaching out, fingertips, and feel the energy extend infinitely beyond those fingertips. So it's almost like energy shooting out both fingertips, both feet, and then that crown of the head up into the heavens, into the sky, infinitely high. Feel all 5 lines of energy simultaneously. So you engage those bandhas gently and breathe for a moment. Takes lots of concentration. It's a very active pose. 5 simultaneous lines of energies, 5 lines of concentration. Beautiful job. And we'll move into our goddess. So we're going to actually keep our feet this way through our flow. So the heels are going to come in and the feet are pointing out towards those corners of the mat. And when we bend the knees are going to be going over the feet. And we're going to bring those arms up into a goddess pose. Open heart. So feel the shoulder blades come together a little bit as the heart's open. Engaging those bandhas. And let's breathe in our goddess. Comes from the heart and the energy goes out through the hands. And find your squat. It may be way, way low. Maybe way high up. I like to be just in the middle. One more breath here in our goddess. And come up and let's relax the hands for a moment. Bring them onto your hips. So let's shake them out a little bit. So our arms are going to feel this. We're going to flow from our 5-pointed star to the goddess. We're going to do a few flows there before we go and roll around on the floor a little bit. So let's move into our star. Bending the knees into goddess. Nice deep breaths. Inhaling into our star. And exhaling into your goddess. Inhaling into star. Exhaling into goddess. And continue a couple more times at your own pace with your flow of breath. And we're going to finish up into our next star, wherever you're at, just completing this next flow and then ending up in your star. And when you get into your star, just releasing the arms. Let's relax the legs, bring them back to center, shaking everything out. Beautiful job. Beautiful flow. Let's do our twist again. Relaxing everything in the body. We're going to go down to the floor and stretch out a little bit. Begin to warm down and get ready for our beautiful Samadhi practice, which is the ultimate goal of yoga. Coming into that state of expanded consciousness, entering into and relaxing into that bliss body. So with our standing yoga mudra, we're going to clasp the hands behind us. And we're going to feel the shoulder blades come together as we stretch them out. And we're going to begin to hinge forward as we drop the head, bring the arms and hands up, opening up those shoulders. And taking this moment to really honor your heart. It's the highest organ in the body. The head is lower than the heart now. We're honoring this heart as this infinite divine source of guidance and counsel, where we can honor this heart above all else. Taking a breath here. And releasing the hands and coming down onto the mat. And we're going to move into our Vadakanasana Pose. So bringing the feet together. Another sip of my lemon water. And those feet together. And bring the hands around the feet. Let's rock back and forth. And then flap those butterfly wings. Opening up those hips a little bit. Letting that slow down. And then feel those knees and those legs coming down towards the floor as far as you can. Wherever you're at is beautiful and perfect. Honor your body. Everyone's body is very different. And then inhale as you lengthen the sky, bringing the head up towards the sky, the heavens. And as you exhale, hinging forward. And you're moving at the hips. Nothing else is moving. We're not going to round the spine in this. We're going to keep the spine straight. And just find your edge in the hips. And engage those bandhas gently. And take a breath here or two. And then coming back up. Beautiful job. And we're going to go into balancing bear, but we're going to start with our half balancing bear. So grabbing that left leg and extending that out. Nice and gentle. You can rest the right leg on the mat and just feeling the stretch. You can even move it a little bit. You feel some different sensations. Opening up the body, opening up sensations. Keeping that breath flowing. Those bandhas gently engaged. And let's go to the other side. Grabbing that right foot and extending that out. And moving it around a little to feel the different sensations. Being more and more embodied through bringing attention into the body. More awareness of sensations. Helps to bring you more and more embodied. So as you move for life, you're more and more empowered, more embodied you are. And let's bring that leg down. And then I'm going to invite you to, if balancing bear is a little too much, just continue one leg at a time. Or we're going to balance those heels up off the floor. We're grabbing both feet gently. Just start here with this balance. And then you might want to just go halfway. The knees bent. And then if you're able to straighten those legs out into a balancing bear, I invite you to do that. And remember, you want to have a micro bend on the knees. Or if you have the knees bent, that's okay too. And finding that drishti, and let's take a breath here. And releasing down. Beautiful job. Now we're going to move into our boat, which is another balance. So we're going to bring the knees together. Knees are up and together. And the heels are on the mat, and we're balancing on our sacrum. And we're going to first, if you'd like, you could come into a half boat. So bringing the hands behind the knees, bringing the feet out. And this might be your full pose. And this is just fine. This is beautiful. If you'd like to challenge yourself a little more, you can extend those legs out, bring the arms to the side, Leaning back ever slightly and breathe. Find that drishti. One more breath here. And grabbing those knees, moving into that half boat. And bringing the feet down. Beautiful job. So proud of you. Beautiful job. Moving up to the front of the mat. We're going to move into our spinal rocks. Nice massage on those spinal muscles. All the rector spinae muscles that go alongside our spine. And nice massage on our kidneys and low back. And ending up laying down on the mat. And let's bring those knees into the chest and rock around a little bit. Let's keep that right knee into the chest and extend the left leg out. And feeling the left leg pressing into the earth. And then opening that right leg up just a little to the side and pressing that into the right armpit. So simultaneously, the left leg is pressing into the earth. That's a line of energy, and the right knee is coming into the armpit. Simultaneous lines of energy in opposite directions. And breathe. And we're going to release that knee a little bit. Let's bring that right leg so the knee is up, foot is a little closer to the buttocks, and take that left knee up and take the right leg so the ankle's resting on the left knee. Kind of making a 4 here. And then bringing that left leg up towards the body. Let it release from the mat. And then gently bringing that left leg in towards the body as you feel a nice hip opening stretch on the right hip. And breathe. And releasing down. And let's take the right leg straight out, the left knee in. Bringing the left foot out a little bit, and the left leg and the left knee coming in towards the left armpit. And right leg is pressing down into the earth. So left knee is coming in towards the body, towards the armpit to protect those ribs. And the right leg is pressing down into the earth. And breathe. And releasing that knee a little, taking that right knee up, right foot flat on the mat. And taking that left ankle, resting it on the right knee. And then bringing that right leg up, bringing the hands behind the right knee. And then bringing that right leg in towards the body. Feeling a nice opening on the left hip. And breathe into this nice stretch. All your awareness on sensation. Allowing the body some time to open up and stretch. Remember, you can't be in a hurry and present at the same time. So we're going to be present to the body and sensations right here now in this pose. All those beautiful sensations in the body. Nowhere to go, nothing to do now, but be fully present to the body and sensations. And let's release that knee, and let's bring both legs up to the sky. And flex and extend those feet. Let's bring those legs in towards the body for a nice little stretch for a moment. And let's bend those knees. Let's move into our baby, Vadakanasana Balasana. And the knees are going to come out. So spread those knees out wide and bring those feet down so the knees are coming down in towards the armpits. Feeling a nice stretch in the hips. The low back is resting on the mat. We're not lifting the butt up at all. And then rocking back and forth. And beginning to kick around a little bit and moving your happy baby, or if there's any other postures or movements you didn't get during this practice, your body really was craving. And then move into that last posture for yourself, or just remain in your happy baby, kicking around and having fun in happy baby and all the sensations of that. Honoring your body, we'll move into a couple releases and then our Samadhi. And when you're ready, both feet on the mat, knees are up. Move into a couple releases before we move into our Samadhi. So let's move into our hula first. Let's feel the right hip going down towards the heel, the right heel, and left hip coming up towards the left armpit. Or you are very familiar with your hula, just moving in and then swiveling. Right hip down, right hip up, left hip down. Just keep swiveling back and forth. Sacrum and the back is all resting on the mat. Nothing's lifting up off the mat. We're just swiveling those hips one at a time, up towards the armpit, down towards the heel. And noticing all the beautiful sensations in that pelvic region as you move the body in this flow, keeping the breath flowing. Bandhas slightly engaged, gently engaged. Coming back to center, let's move into hip pointers. So let's take that left hip and point it up towards, diagonally towards the sky. That left butt cheek is going to lift up off the mat. Right hip and butt cheek are rooted on the mat, and relaxing it down. And then going to the right side, left is rooted in the mat, and the right hip is going to lift up off the mat a little and diagonally point up to the heavens. And relaxing down and going back and forth on either side, a little twist. And the releasing of the lower back, lumbars. Nice, slow, repetitive movements. Going into our final releases. Keeping the breath flowing, those bandhas gently engaged. And coming back to center. Let's move into a little cat-cow on the mat. The cat, you're going to press the small of the back into the mat. And cow, you're going to feel that lumbar spine arch up off the mat. Your back may still be resting on the mat, but your spine is arching up off of it. Back and forth in flexion and extension, cat-cow on the mat. Keep the breath flowing. Lunge is gently engaged. And coming back to center, we're going to do double knee drops. So dropping both knees over to one side. And you can either windshield wiper those knees from side to side, nice and slowly and gently, or you can lift the top knee and bring that over to the other side and allow the lower knee to follow. So moving into a little twist. Either way that works for you, whether you're bringing them both side to side together or one at a time. Honoring your body. You may want to do a little of both. And finishing up your last one and coming back to center. And we're going to have both knees are up. Feet are firmly on the mat. And we're going to take the feet away from each other out to the wide edges of the mat. Knees are still up. Knees are up. And the feet are going to come right and rest to the wide edges of the mat. We're going to drop one knee at a time into the center, nice and slowly and gently, and find your edge. One at a time, find your pace, nice, slow, repetitive movements as you breathe and gently engage the bandhas. And bringing those knees back to center, bringing the feet back in, and then resting those legs out straight, resting so you're flat on your back, moving into your relaxation, Savasana pose, making any little micro movements in your body to feel comfortable. You might want to put a little something under your knees to support your knees and low back. You may want to put a blanket on. Take a little time, maybe an eye pillow, to make yourself comfortable, because we're going to be having an extended Savasana today. So you really want to take a moment to create a nice little nest for yourself. And make sure your body is warm enough. Make sure your body is comfortable enough. If you don't have a bolster, you can put a little blanket under your knees, making your body comfortable. Resting deeply in relaxation pose once you get all cozied up. Feeling the physical body connected to the earth, the whole backside of your body resting into the earth. Noticing that support of the earth, supporting your physical body with the cooperation of gravity, supporting that physical body on the planet. With every breath, feeling the body sink deeper into the earth, becoming a little heavier, a little more relaxed. Inviting all those muscles to completely release all the tension, all holding. And feeling those feet relax, those toes relax, ankles relaxed. Every system in the body begins to relax. Bones become heavier and sink deeper in towards the earth. Body becomes more and more heavy, like a sack of potatoes, like a child who's sleeping. Feels like twice their weight. Letting go of all holding and tension in the muscles. Letting those buttocks relax, shoulders relax. Feel those calves relax, the knees relax. The thighs, both the hamstring, back leg muscles, and the quadriceps, front leg muscles. Feeling the entire pelvis relax. The hips. Sacrum, the tailbone, the lumbar spine. Feeling the lower abdomen relax. All those digestive organs in the abdomen begin to relax. The intestine. And the thoracic spine, relax that mid spine, those back muscles, the stomach, pancreas, the gallbladder, the liver, the upper stomach, diaphragm, the ribs, the lungs. Feeling the chest relax, the shoulder blades relax, the upper thoracics relaxing into the earth. Feeling the arms relax, the elbows, forearms, the wrists. Feel all 10 fingers simply relax deeper and deeper. Feeling the clavicle relax, and the throat, and the neck, the front and back of the neck. All those cervical vertebrae goes up through the neck, relaxing and releasing all tension, all those muscles in the neck, relaxing. And the skull relax. The back of the head relaxing into the earth, deeper and stronger. The forehead. Feeling the jaw relax, and the chin, moving that jaw around a little, and feeling it just relax deeper. The lips and the mouth relax, the throat, the cheekbones, the nose, both eyes relaxing. Feeling that optic nerve as it moves in directly in towards the head, releasing and relaxing any tension. Feeling the brows relax, the eyebrows relax, and that third eye right between the eyebrows relax deeper. Feeling the ears relax. Feeling that ear canal going in towards the center of the head. Feeling that pineal gland right behind that third eye between the brows, right in the center of the forehead. This master gland. Feeling the entire physical body 360 degrees. front of the body, the back of the body, relax. The upper half of the body, the lower half of the body, completely relaxing. Bringing your awareness to the right side of the body, the left side of the body, relaxing deeper and deeper. Every cell, every bone, every muscle, every molecule in your body, blanket of relaxation, immersing the entire physical being. Feeling a gentle breath in your belly, ever so gentle. Nice, slow, gentle breath. And bringing your awareness to that prana, that energy in your body. Just breathe. That inhale, you're bringing in the prana, the life force. Expanding out into that pranic body. And expanding deeper inward into the pranic body. Allowing all those energy systems, the chakras, pranavayas, nadis, to light up as you bring this gentle prana into the body. And move gently through the chakra system. And on the next inhale, bringing your awareness to the root chakra, tip of the tailbone, perineum, that beautiful cone of energy going down between the legs. Red, grounded. On your next inhale, bringing your awareness to the sacral chakra, just below the belly button. Sensuality, orange. Two cones going out through the front and the back of the body. Vibrantly alive, spiraling cones, spiraling discs. Bringing your awareness on the next inhale to the solar plexus, chakra just above the belly button. Standing in your power. Two cones of energy out the front and the back of the body. Spiraling discs of energy. Yellow. And moving up to the heart center in the next inhale, bringing your awareness to the center of your heart. Heart center is in the center. Breathe. Unconditional love and acceptance. Two spiraling discs, one out front of the heart and the back of the body. right at that heart center, radiating vitality. And on your next exhale, bringing your awareness to the throat chakra, right at your throat. Blue. Two beautiful spiraling discs out the front of the throat and the back of the neck. Beautiful cones of energy, alive and vibrant. Bringing your awareness up to the third eye, the purple, intuition. Seeing those two radiant cones of energy going out the front of the forehead and out the back of the head, at the third eye, between the eyebrows. Moving up to the crown, the indigo, one brilliant cone of energy, moving from the very top of our head up and out infinitely to the higher dimensions. And as you breathe, you can imagine that energy being drawn up through the root chakra, pulling up through all the chakras, through the Sushumna Nadi, up through the spinal, great river of Sushumna, out through the crown, and like a torus, showering around the whole body, surrounding the body in a torus to meet that lower torus, and again circling around up through the root chakra, up through all the chakras, vitalizing that Sushumna Nadi, that great river energy channel that moves up, spirals up through the spine, that Ida and Pingala Nada, moving through all the chakras, fountaining out the crown, way high up, and circling down into that torus, creating a ball of energy around the body, torus around the body, and that energy flowing. You bask deeply in this pranamaya kosha, the energy body. Diving into pratyahara and noticing all the inner sensations and alivenesses within you. Notice any energy flowing. Notice the heart beating. Any vibrating, pulsing, tingling, trembling. Welcoming the vibrations, flows of energy, the warmth, the cool, whatever's there. Even if nothing is there, that is perfect. Just bring in the awareness to the aliveness within. And going a little deeper and a little more expanded out from your physical body, deeper inward. into the Manamaya Kosha, basking in the emotions, feeling everything fully and deeply. Simply feeling rather than thinking and labeling and titling and describing. Feel the kaleidoscope. All that is there for you. Bring it on. Lean into the emotional body. We're going to move into the Vijnanamaya Kosha as we bring our concentration into dhyana, one pointed focus. Dhyarana, one single point of focus. And root your attention into your heart, into your breath, into any of your chakras, or into a mantra or all three. And simply decide quickly and enter into that single point of focus. Keeping the concentrated energies into this one point of focus. A sharp knife, single point of focus. Very disciplined with the mind. If you stray, just simply bring it back kindly and gently to that single focus. Focused attention. Stay with that single point. Now, allowing your mind to rest into an uninterrupted flow of awareness, dhyana, and allowing that to lead you into samadhi, silent stillness, pure expanded awareness. Becoming everything nothing. Everywhere, nowhere. silent stillness. Everywhere, everything. Beginning to take a breath into your belly. Breathing into the belly as you gently come back into the body. Take a little time to simply enjoy the blissful experience of simply breathing in your body. With a still mind, quiet mind. A simple ecstatic experience of breath in your body, fully present. Deep belly breath. Taking a moment to send your heart love, become deeply connected to that heart center. As you continue to breathe, and send that precious heart, your own love, self-love into your heart, this sacred heart. Same heart you had as a child, same heart you had before you were even born, and the same heart you will have after you pass into the different or expanded dimensions of consciousness. This heart that never abandons you, is always with you. Greatest beloved you will ever know. That is one with the heart of the universe, the God of your understanding, directly connected. One. Deep belly breaths. Moving into a 3-part yogic breath as you come more and more into your body, inhaling into the belly, the ribs, and the chest. And letting it go on the exhale and doing a couple more belly breaths on your own. And beginning to wiggle the fingers and the toes and stretching out the arms and the legs. And rolling over to one side or the other, whichever feels good to you. And gently coming up to a seated position, keeping the eyes closed. Drum a little vibrations. Let your body just receive these pure vibrations of the drum. There's a little chant inside of me, a little prayer to bless you. Amuka he amuka sindiki he ahundeki ha. Emuka emuka sundeki hune une ama sendema. Sendema ke hea ke honda hea sunde ke ma sunde ke a ke honda ma ke a honde ama. Taking this moment to scan the inner being. Notice how you're feeling inside, how the physical body's feeling, the inner aliveness within you, Pratyahara, the emotional body, it's taking this last moment to really deeply connect with this inner being. The inner emotions, the inner aliveness and sensations. And I invite you to, as you go through your day today, to stay connected to the inner being as you move through the day. Checking in regularly with the heart, the inner aliveness, the emotions. And take this moment to bring yourself back to that intention that you set. That you set that seed into the fertile consciousness and bring it some sunlight and some water and some attention and love, knowing that it will bloom this or better. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, of light, of truth, and of peace. When I am in that place in me, and you are in that place in you, we are one. Namaste. Thank you for joining Ecstatic Yoga. I am Grace. Please check out our website, EcstaticYoga.Studio, for more information on our yoga retreats and our yoga teacher training. Wishing you a most beautiful and most blessed day.